Hello, my name is Jacob Brinson, and this is the final version of my courtyard project. Let's start out by talking about what this is. This is the post-process volume box. This is sort of like set the scale of the entire scene. Anything that was placed or built had to be placed within this scene. Those were the rules. Next, talk about the floor. The floor was created by going to the modeling tab here, creating a box, scaling it to size. I actually didn't bake the pivot, but I had to offset the pivot by going down here to transform, pivot, and then you can just move the pivot according to your preference. And then after you move it, you are supposed to bake it. So I did that, and I duplicated that across the map, and that's how I created the floor. The walls, same thing, create a box, scaled it to size, moved the pivot down. I actually baked that one, duplicated that over, went over to the poly edit tool, insert an edge loop. I set the position mode to even, and this is supposed to be set to 1. So I set it to 1, and I set the position mode to even, so that way whenever this is placed over it, it like snaps in the middle of the wall. I did that, and then the half that was here, I brought it over, and that's what this is. This is half the size of that. And I used these two sizes to create the window and the doorway. So the doorway was created by duplicating this wall over, created 2 edge loops here, one up here on the top. Then I used the push-pull method by going to poly edge, push pull, and I selected this face here, pushed it all the way through, and then that's how we got that. And then the window, I created 2 edge loops here, one here, and then 2 more here. And then selected this face, once again went to the push pull and pushed this through. Okay. Then I went to Quixel Bridge, and I downloaded this doorway and door in this window. I thought they were fitting for this project based upon their looks, and I didn't really have to. I mean, I guess I could have right here, but there's a way that you can. Where is it at? It is plane cut. So if you use plane cut, you can use this to kind of chop off the top of the door. If there was like extra pieces, if there's like an extra large spot of this door that needed to be chopped off, you could just use this to chop that off, but I didn't have to use that. And then the glass pane here, that's just plain with the material that I created placed on it. It's just a material instance of a master material with some different variations in the settings. You can see the nice little roughness variation there on the glass. And that's how the walls were made. Then I went to the roof. The roof was created by, once again, creating a box, scaling it, adjusting the size, and then the top of the roof, once again, a box, brought in, scaled it to size, and then that's how that was made. And then the two variations of this roof is like, the reason why I have that is because there's 2 different variations of the same building. Okay. And then this is a third roof. This is actually like a patio cover of the third building that I have. And then I wanted the bottom part to be wood, but I wanted the top part to be shingle, so I downloaded a shingle from the Quixel asset group. And then, and then the rest of the props were brought in through Quixel Bridge. Let's hop into the scene. Okay, so what the scene looks like. Not bad, not bad. Let me press play here so you guys can see what's going on here. Okay. All right. Some of the assembly techniques that I used inside of this scene were blueprints. I have always struggled with blueprints just because I used to think of them as like a time waster compared to just, bringing stuff in and building right inside of this level. Why do I want to do it twice? But blueprints make it so much easier. it just kind of singles everything out, so that way, you don't have to worry about trying to get like behind this wall or something like that. It just makes it really, really convenient. So I'm glad that I learned about that. I'm glad we implemented that inside of this. But as far as the blueprints go, the first one that I made was a doorway. Just create the door wall, put the doorway and the doors inside of it, and then that was one blueprint. And then went to the next one, which is a window wall with the window pane, window frame, just created that. And then from those two, that's when I started to create the actual blueprints that I could drag into the scene. Okay, so very nice. Everything fits very nicely, nice and tight. I created 3 variations of buildings. Okay, there's the 2-story one. You want to pan around that. Okay, and then the second variation of the 1-story. So instead of having as many doors, it's got more windows. That's basically all that is. Okay, so next, let's talk about the decals and the foliage that we have here. These are the final touches that I added on here. Added some decals. You can see some stucco damage here with some brick. Some of that same stucco, just rotated, scaled, translated to over here. Then I downloaded this decal to kind of give more of that Hispanic feel. Another brick decal there. Another stucco decal here. Once again, same thing as this one, just rotated, translated, and scaled. And then as far as the foliage goes, I downloaded 3 3D plant asset packs, and I just selected a couple plant variations and just painted them across here. And then I painted a lot actually, and then I deleted where I wanted the paths to be. So there's that. And then I finally brought all of the assets that I downloaded from Quixel Bridge. I brought those in here, made duplicates of them, and then yeah, that's my level. So I would say that my favorite tool out of all of this was probably the offset pivot tool. What I used to do in the past was I would select one of these, I would right click, and I would go to pivot, and then or I would select one of these, I would hit Alt V, and I would middle mouse button and try to move this to this corner, and it was just such a pain in the past. And doing that in the past, I'm really glad that I learned about that offset tool, because that really, really helps out. And then as far as the methodology, what my favorite methodology was, as far as creating things, I would say it would have to be the blueprints. The blueprints, I can't stress enough how nice those are. I'm so glad that we implemented those into this project, because it definitely helped out. So, but with that being said, my name is Jacob Brinson, and thank you for watching.